Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today we are doing a thrift with me day in the life, I guess. So we started the day at Value Village. This is where I filmed all of the Christmas things. So I was in here, just filming the Christmas stuff. And then I made this amazing discovery right here while I was doing that. And that was my last video, was the Value Village Christmas thrift with me. So then I thought it would be worth taking a little breeze around real quick. And then we were going to a couple other thrift stores as well after we left here. So here we are looking in the appliance section. I thought I would see if they had any vintage appliances. I noticed this quesadilla maker, and back in the early 2000s, I worked in a department store and I remember them selling this. It might not have been the same brand, but I remember wanting it so bad, but I never ended up getting it. I think that one might be for making like a breakfast sandwich, so you can cook like multiple things at a time. I feel like those types of appliances though just take up a lot of space for something that you could just do in a frying pan. I think this toaster oven might have been here the last time we were here. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of kind of this era toaster oven. I feel like it's probably early 1980s. I noticed they had the milkshake machine from Hamilton Beach. I think these are like the reproductions from, I don't know, I think it was like late 90s or something. I used to have this one. I actually found it at a Value Village years ago. And then I found the kind of gold color, so then I sold the blue one. And then I figured I would take a look in the cookbook section. I pretty much always check this section because you just never know. And they had so many Better Homes and Gardens, but I'm getting to the point where I feel like I have most of them. So I do see a lot of them, but most of them I already have. However, this day I did see quite a few that I didn't have. There are some that I don't have that I don't really have a desire to have. I think I showed a couple of them there, like I think it was like after school cookbook and something to do with kids. But then I noticed a whole other section filled with them as well. I feel like lately I've been seeing a lot of 70s era Tupperware in like the brown and orange and avocado. It's weird because I feel like I never used to see it. $7.99 for this one container I feel like is too much. So this is an as seen on TV product that I actually would be willing to try. I don't want to buy it secondhand, but I feel like it would be actually good if it actually works, because then you get kind of a crispy edge brownie. But I don't know, has anyone tried this before and does it work? They make a lasagna pan that's similar to that, where you're always getting an edge. I think that fondue pot looks very like 80s, if not even early 90s, with the floral. And I thought that was interesting because I usually only see kind of 70s looking fondue pots because it was so popular then. I thought these little dishes would be cute for displaying snacks, but it's not my style. I think I've mentioned this before in another video, but we had this exact same thing next to our stove, and it's what we kept our like cooking utensils in when I was growing up. And every time I see it, I just think of like my mom's kitchen. I love these trays. It's almost like a TV tray, but it's for the bed. I have a couple already though, so I didn't need that one, but I did think that one was really pretty. I loved this little cream and sugar set. I thought it was so cute. I was considering picking it up to resell, but I ended up leaving it there. I thought this was cute too. It was like for bees, like honey hive. I've never seen these plates and cups before, but they reminded me of the 80s. Not sure if they're actually vintage or not, but they have that 80s feel to them. I didn't really think there was anything interesting with the mugs here, but then I saw this big Ziggy mug, which I actually love, but I just have no use for it. It would just end up sitting in the cupboard, but I love Ziggy. It's very popular in the 70s and 80s. I've probably mentioned this before too, but they sold these glasses in Canada, like for the Olympics at a gas station, I believe. I know my parents had a whole bunch. I think it was for, what were they, 1988 Olympics? I don't remember. This is so cringe to me, but during COVID, like early days of COVID, one of our politicians, they're having a press conference and he told everyone to stay the blazes home. And for some reason, people really took to that because I still to this day see like bumper stickers. People were making signs and putting them in their windows of their houses saying, stay the blazes home. It's like so cringy. I loved this Star Wars mug so much, but I just felt like it wasn't worth buying a secondhand mug for $8. I feel like you could get one in the store brand new for that. I don't know. My old boss at the thrift store used to have a saying though, and he would say, "It's worth what someone will pay for it." And I guess I kind of agree, because sometimes I would think things were overpriced, but someone would come in and buy it. So I guess if someone really wants something, they'll pay whatever price it is. But I don't know. It wasn't worth it to me. So I thought we'd check out the lighting area, which is right next to the furniture. I wanted to check out the furniture because you never know. I feel like sometimes we see some cool things. There wasn't really anything too exciting that I can remember, nor was there anything really all that exciting in the lamp section. So there was this dresser that someone has painted. I know people have very mixed feelings about when people paint like wood, but I don't know. I think if it saves the piece of furniture, then I think it's okay. And you can always take the paint off if somebody wanted to restore it. So I really liked this end table that has the lamp built in. I feel like that was really popular in the past. I loved this couch too. It was in a little bit of rough shape, but I think this was here the last time we were here as well. I'm not even like 100% sure what it is, but it looks old. And then I saw a computer desk, and I've been wanting like an old style computer like we had in the 90s. And I keep talking about these desks. I was talking about it with John actually like very recently. I think I shared a picture of that desk while I was thrifting on Instagram stories, but it's just so much nostalgia. So then we went to another thrift store. It's like a consignment shop too. So I used to love this store. It used to be one of my favorites. I feel like I used to find a lot in here, but lately I don't really feel like I find a lot. I feel like it's really cluttered too. I kind of feel bad saying that because I know how hard it is sometimes to like keep up, but I don't know. It doesn't like, it's not very visually appealing to me. What do you guys think? I was excited that they had Christmas out, even if it wasn't much. And then I spotted these glasses back here, which I was very excited about because I have like mugs that match these glasses, but I thought there was something weird about them at the same time. I think it was $5 for the four of them. So I did end up getting them, and then at the end of the video I'll show you what was weird about them, but I was pretty excited that so many places had Christmas out because this was filmed in early November. I'm always on the hunt for the old felt stockings from the 70s, but I'm just never seeing them anymore, but they're a really good seller in my Etsy store. So I loved this stocking too, the Snoopy and Woodstock. Even looking at it now, I'm like, oh, I should have got that, but I don't really have a need for it, so. But I did really like it a lot. So these are the mugs that I was just referencing. These are actually ones that I had, but then I found that other design. So I've been collecting those and selling the other style. But at the end of the video, I'll show you what's weird about it. I have the same Blue Mountain Pottery piece, except mine is like the bluish green color, and it's missing the part, but it has like a little kind of handle piece that comes up on it. When I was a kid, I used to have those knitting loom set things, and I used to use them all the time. And part of me wanted to buy them, but I did leave them there. So this is an as seen on TV type product that I have used before, and this does actually work. It actually works really, really well. You put like little pads under your furniture, and then you can very easily move your furniture around. And I like this one because it came with the little piece that helps you lift up the furniture if it's really heavy. But I just remember being able to push like super heavy furniture with just like a couple fingers. It does work on carpet too. I think there's like a different type of pad that you put under it that makes it glide across the carpet, but it definitely works a little bit better, I think, on hardwood floors. I think this might have been here last time we were here, but I think this little carrot would be really cute at Easter, having like crackers in it or something. So then we were off to the other thrift store. This one is for like animals. All the profits go to animal. So when it's nice out, they'll have some stuff outside. So I noticed this old furniture, so I thought I would come over and film. And it looks like it's been recovered, possibly a couple of times, but it's in pretty rough condition. But I do love that there are people who will like buy furniture like this and refinish it, so it, keeps it around, because the frames are usually very solid and good condition. But so once we made it inside, creepy pictures still there. I don't know why, but that one creeps me out a lot. I've been finding a lot of vintage cards lately, so I've been looking through all of the cards, but I usually just do that off camera because it's obviously like takes a while. Really loved those elephants, and then I noticed this other elephant, and then I noticed the teapot was an elephant, and then the elephant picture. So someone must have really liked elephants and donated their collection, I guess, because I think that's odd to see so many elephant things together like that. This Proctor Silic toaster has been here for months now, if not close to a year. I feel like I've been showing it for quite some time, so nobody wants that. I've been thinking about getting an air fryer lately, and I want to know if any of you have one, like if you like it, what do you use it for, or if you don't like it. I feel like most of the ones I see just take up so much space. That's my main hesitation. But also I don't actually know like if they're that good or useful to have. But I keep like seeing recipes made in air fryers. I'm like, oh, maybe I should get one. I guess for me, like if you were gonna make fries in your air fryer, is it that much different than just making fries in your oven? Because I've heard that it takes a long time to make things in the air fryer, but I don't know if that's true either. So I don't know. I'm curious if anybody has one and like if you like it, if you use it a lot, or if it's like just something that takes up a lot of space that you don't use that much. I have the platter in this pattern and two small plates. They actually belong to my grandma's mom, so my great grandma, and my grandma gave them to me a few years ago. I was considering whether or not I should get the two plates, but I was like, I don't know. It's so much. My mom had this in her kitchen, and every time I see it, which I see it pretty frequently, I always think of her kitchen. She had like a lot of apple things in her kitchen. I think this like cake stand is the exact same one that I bought fairly recently, but ever since I bought it, I've been seeing it everywhere because I've just recently saw it in another thrift store too. I love colored glass. I don't know that I've ever seen pink before in a thrift store, but I thought it was so beautiful. I can't make out what the tag says, and I think the tag kept falling out of my hand, but I didn't lift it up either to look at the bottom to see what it was, but I just thought, wow, that's so pretty. It's funny that I had just seen that old school computer desk because then I saw this monitor after. I think I posted that on Instagram as well. So they had some of the candelabras. They actually had a decent little Christmas section set up in here, which was surprising to me that they had this much out already. So these are actually my favorite candelabras. I think they're from the 70s. They're the red ones with the plastic like foliage on them. I would have got these, but they were $20 a piece, and I just felt like that was more than I wanted to pay for them. I do have 3 of them that I got for my front windows, I think last year, and I think they were only $3 a piece. But I would have replaced some of the other like plainer ones I have. But like that would have been $40 just for 2. I was like, that might be a little too much. A lot of you have been leaving comments saying the same thing, that you are having a really hard time finding anything kind of vintage and that everything is just priced really high. So part of me, I guess, is relieved that it's not just my area, but another part of me is just kind of sad because I think that those days might be over. Like, I've noticed it a lot this year. Definitely noticed it last year too, but this year especially, it's just like, wow, everything is really pricey and there's barely anything vintage. Like, I feel like most of what I see is just maybe like late 90s and just 2000s stuff. And a lot of it I feel is just more of like on the junky side, like, oh, somebody bought this decor at like the dollar store and now they're selling it in a thrift store for probably more than what it cost at the dollar store. But I don't know, it's just kind of sad, I guess. Thrifting doesn't feel as fun to me anymore, I think because of that. Then we went to Starbucks and I was so happy they had the holiday drinks out. So what the drink I love is the peppermint mocha. I usually get it with soy, but this time I got it with oat and it was delicious. So while we were there, the little Starbucks is like a kiosk inside the grocery store, but since we were in a bigger area, I did find a few vintage, or not vintage. I found a few vegan products that they don't sell in our grocery store. So I always look when I'm in different areas in the grocery store for different things that we might not have. But then we came home. It was like about an hour-ish, hour and a half drive to get home, and then I had to cuddle with my little Marley bear because she was so sad. So now I'll show you what I ended up buying. So I did get the glasses because I thought they matched like what I had, but I did feel like there was something weird about them, like the candle's only half there. So I did dig out one of my mugs, and then I realized what's weird about them is that the green color was not printed on the mugs. So at first I thought maybe some of it wore off or something, but it's exactly the same except it doesn't have the green on it. So I don't know what happened there, but at this point I didn't have my Christmas things out yet, but when I unboxed my Christmas things, I realized that I already had the glasses with the green, so I didn't even need to buy them, but I hadn't realized that I had found them. So then, of course, I had to get the Pyrex Cracker Barrel. So this was only $4.99, which is shocking to me. I feel like they just didn't know that it was Pyrex, whoever posted or whoever priced this, because, I mean, I see shitty pieces of Pyrex for like $10, $12. So I was really excited. I do already have it, but this one was in much better condition, so I swapped it out for the one that I had. The one that I had a lot of the gold kind of gone off of it. And then I did pick up this little like 2-drawer thing for on top of my vanity. I think it was only $5. So I liked it better than just the all plastic ones. I did find this behind the scenes VHS for some Bond movies. I found 2 seasons of Gilligan's Island, which I was excited about. And I found a season of Frasier as well. I love Frasier so much. I want to like watch the whole thing from start to finish. And then I did find some cookbooks as well. So this crepe one I didn't already have. I was a little on the fence about whether or not I had it. This hot and spicy one I didn't have either. And the cover just made me laugh so much, even looking at it now. So funny and cheesy and corny. And then I got Cooking with Whole Grains, which I was pretty sure I didn't have. I didn't end up having it. I got this Storage and Organization magazine. I love magazines like this for looking for ideas. And then I did end up getting this Norman Rockwell Christmas coffee table book. I thought this would be fun to look at throughout the holidays. Love Norman Rockwell. Alright, so that was everything that I ended up getting on this day, and if you missed the Christmas video, that was my last one, but I can link it below. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone's having a good holiday season so far, and I will see you again soon.